Hello, how are you? Yes, it's a little echoey. I had one of those nose things on. Yes, I have a shirt around my neck. I'd been sick for this entire week, so that's why I didn't feel very well and did not communicate or talk with you. And so that's what was going on there. And so I just wanted to talk with you a little bit and hopefully be able to reach out. And, ooh, I got some strange hair. I just washed it. So, sorry. It's sticking up a little bit. Anyways, my apologies. I wanted to talk with you about two different things, okay? This isn't going to be a very long video, just so you know, okay? There's two things going on between us. One, it's real easy to say things to each other and about each other to make me mad, make you angry, upset you, upset me. It's real easy for either one of us to do, okay? So that's going on. And because of that, it seems like it's very difficult to talk to you about the things going on. The reason I reached out to you was we got through the time of the election. We got through the time of the inauguration and all of these things. And, I wanted to talk with you because it's very difficult, because I feel that you seem like you come across as being agitated. You come across as being upset, angry about the news that you're getting. And so that is a baseline right there. And I ask you about these things and try to talk with you about these things. It feels like this to me, and I could be completely wrong, okay? But it's hard. It's difficult. I don't think Trump and Trumpism is a cult. I don't think it's a cult, but there is something there, okay? And, it's dangerous, because he got a lot of people to believe in him. And he's a bit of a liar, and he lies a lot and profusely. And now we're in the middle of, normal people, and it pales in comparison. Do you notice how quiet it feels? How quiet it seems? Yes, of course, there's the border thing. Yes, it's an issue. Yes, it needs to be taken care of. Okay. But I try to talk with you, and I don't know where you're getting your news from. Okay. And I ask you because, I flipped on a few people from like Tucker Carlson, and that guy always seems angry. I mean, why do you have to deliver the news angry? And he's resentful. He is upset, and indignant, and a few other words that are just generally negative when he reports the news. And, some of the stuff that he reports, pretty selective. And I thought I was showing you interest when I took the time to look up Epoch Times, okay? Because I was interested in the news that you were looking at. I just wanted to understand where you're getting your news from. And it has a slant to it. And I lay that slant out to you, and it's worth looking at and understanding, okay? I'm just asking you to think about your news. That's all I'm doing. I'm not questioning you. I'm not being mean to you, nothing. I just ask you to take the time to look at some of these news things. Because, it's been my experience with you that you named like a lot of conspiracy stuff. And you brought that up with me. So let me talk about that real quickly. If there isn't a credible witness or a credible source, most likely whatever is going on is nothing. If it's the statement is designed to make you angry, make you upset, to get you inflamed, it's probably just clickbait of some sort. Okay? Or half-truths or something. Or complete fictions. Or it's engaged in the future. What if? This is going to happen. That's going to happen. Well, what if this happens? Fox News is very good at engaging in projection of things not there. If this is going to happen, if that's going to happen. So watch out for these things, okay? And I ask you because I care about you, okay? You're a beautiful person. You're a good person. And, no, I don't believe in space aliens either. Even with this latest news, with the latest videos. No, I don't. Because of the way the military, I watched a couple documentaries on how they have been using things to fool people. So no, I don't trust even this. Okay? So I don't engage in any conspiracies. It's true, it's not true, there's some version. And then, that's it. But the news that I get, people may be wrong, but they're not trying to make me angry reporting the news or trying to make me afraid when reporting the news. And that's so important. Okay, because you didn't sound too happy about the news that you were talking about. Okay? And again, I love you. I'm not against you. This is a weird world that we're living in. Okay? 70-some million people believed what Trump had to say. It started off with Omarosa. All you have to do is look at Omarosa wishing harm and telling everybody's going to bow to Donald Trump. And it ended with the people at the Capitol building. Enough people believed in his lies. It was for his one man's vanity. Bill Barr. There is no election fraud. I'm not saying this. All the people are saying this. You know this. I know this. That's what's happened. Okay? But it's dangerous because people keep believing in something that isn't true. Okay? 2 other people certified that everything was true. And for one man's vanity, 5 people died. It isn't a cult, but when people show up, okay, at this person's word, and for no other reason, I watched that stage with all those people talking and working the people up. That's not right. Okay? And that's why I'm talking to you now. That woman who got shot was from San Diego. Do I think you're like those people? No. But you did buy a hat, so that just shows that you have some sort of a commitment. And that's fine. I respect that. Okay? But, whoever these news people are, we're in a weird world. This is that world that I was saying about the time of Noah. But the metaphor is bad news and people running around like crazy people because of bad news. And you have to keep your, yourself about you. Okay? And I'm not fighting with you. You did very well, I said a lot of ugly stuff. Sorry. And I know that doesn't cut it. But you see, that's the thing. You can turn that at me and use that as the excuse of why you don't look at the stuff that I'm bringing up about Trump and the election and all of this coming around. I don't know what's going on exactly. Not right now, I don't. But I'm enjoying the quiet, and I'm hoping that it doesn't start back up again. Because if he starts back up again, it's going to be even worse. And that's what I'm afraid of. Okay? Because he's tapping into people's uglinesses. Whatever people have as an ugliness, he's tapping into it. Prejudices, biases, lust for power, lust for money, fake glory, whatever. I don't know, whatever they're looking to with him. But they did make a golden statue out of him. And that's kind of on the nose, They're looking at him pretty. That was at the CPAC conference. Okay? So something weird. Something isn't right there. There's something more than just politics going on. Whether it's NLP gone awry, Tony Robbins gone through the ceiling, meaning people like taking his classes and like employing him, or even more bad stuff. Okay? I don't know. But anyways, we can't talk about that stuff at all, because I understand that you're hurt about the election. You're upset that he didn't win. And I understand that. Okay? I'm not happy about Joe Biden. Not excited. He's okay. Things seem to be going in the right direction. I'm cautiously optimistic. But, he did sanctions on Russia, handling some of this stuff. So I'm giving them, like what we had talked about, some time to see what they do. But, people can nitpick tiny little things and inflate them, make them bigger than what they should be, or focus in on something that they're not doing good at, all kinds of criticisms. Anyways, while that's going on, you have fake things going on, and, got to be really careful, okay? Really careful, because you sound upset about the news that you're getting, and I question the sources of your news, because just getting news shouldn't be upsetting, meaning the news people seem to be communicating an extra set of emotionalness, so they're angry, so then you're getting angry. It's the reflection mirror effect. They feel indignant, you feel indignant, So they feel afraid, you feel afraid. They feel disgusted, ooh, you feel disgusted. There's a mirroring effect that can happen, okay? So watch for those things. I know you know about these things. And don't believe in any conspiracies. None. Right now. I'm not. No conspiracies. I'm not believing in any of them whatsoever. And that's the way I'm going to keep balance through all of this BS. Okay? And I ask you to do the same. Okay? I do love you. I am very sorry for being outlandish and over the top. You do have the ability to say things to upset me, okay? And yes, you use the whole, who am I talking to? Am I talking to my father thing? And that is great because, like I said, I did the work with my dad and my mom. And I'm very happy that I did do the work for that, okay? Love, I love you. And I have the ability to tell you the truth and to mirror things, okay? And please understand that I'm trying to communicate to you in love, okay? And I'm concerned. That's why I'm talking to you now, because frankly, the mouthpiece, blah, 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 the jackhammer at 6 a.m. isn't turned on right now. And there's a little bit of quiet, okay? And I'm asking you, please, just take the time and reevaluate those things. The reason why I get news sources from 100-year-old sources and places I know who owns it and all of that, and like what I consider to be the most traditional news sources, is because that foundational news source is what I trust. And then the slight smart people, Bill Maher is on HBO. There's 2 things on HBO I request for you to look at. One is Bill Maher, and that's what an open, honest, frank discussion about politics and topics look like. Okay, it is a lot of language. Actually, not that much language. It's in context. They have good guests, but they talk about real issues. And I think listening to the guy, you'd be amazed on how many things you're in similarity with. But he just brings up points to think about. Okay. So what else? The other one is a movie called The Secretary with Maggie Gyllenhaal and I forget the other actor. Anyways, so this is a completely different thing. The Secretary, if you can slide forward to right at 49 minutes in the movie, there is a very nice, neat encounter there that has some really neat eroticism that I wanted you to look at, because I think that's what the whole thing was, like an erotic relationship. So I just kind of scanned through it. James Spader is the guy when he was younger. And so it's a decent film. So anyways, it's an erotic film, but there's a spanking scene and it's very erotic. And so I thought you might like that, okay? Because that can show you something about eros and erotica that you and I could do. It's an example, okay? Not exactly what I would do or anything like that, but it's a neat example that you could look at, okay? And again, you know, this is where we can talk and I'm not attacking you. Not at all. Okay? You know, you could ask me, hey, where are you getting your news, if I was always upset or afraid, but you also have a lot of, you know, misinformation. Okay? You know, you reported to me like 3, 4, 5 different conspiracies and none of them came to light. Okay? Nothing happened to them. And that's important because that tells me that you're getting bad information. Okay? And you're engaging in conspiracies that are not getting you better information or the best information that you could have. Okay? So that is important. So please take a look at that and think about it. Okay, so, you know, everything that I talk to you about can historically be looked at. It can be historically verified. Okay? You're following closely, somebody has a historical immorality to them. And please don't turn this to me, okay? I know you're very good at turning it on me. This isn't about me, okay? I'm asking you to look at that. Everything is historical record, years of things. It's all there. You know this. You know it, okay? So take caution, because this, I believe, is just a modern version of the city slicker from New York who's super sharp. And he came out and he could lie really, really well, very proficiently, and bully, and be obnoxious and in everybody's face. He wants to date his daughter. Okay? So it's all out there for everybody to see. And that's dangerous for our country, because the Russians are there. I believe the intelligence agencies, which all reported that was there. And so, these are some things to look at, okay? Or just be aware of. That's my bigger concern, okay? As we talk, there's those people marshaling, 40,000 troops on the edge of that of that country, whatever it is. And with this said, everything about Hunter Biden, everything about Joe Biden, all the bad stuff, I agree with you. I want you to know that. Okay? I love you. Okay? I am concerned about you. And I want you to get news that doesn't upset you, that isn't delivered to you by somebody who's, just angry. Okay? And I know you're working this out. Okay? So, I was upset. Knew I wasn't going to see you, but at least I could tell you the truth about what's going on and what you need to concern yourself with. Okay? And it's everywhere. Everywhere. So, this is where we have to build our own Noah's Ark mentally. Question, think, ponder, and know that I love you and I'm on your side. I am. Okay? I really am. I've been sick for the entire week. I got sick after our talk and been sick for the whole week, basically. So, I hope you're doing okay and hope everything's okay with you. I'm taking my mom tomorrow to get her tooth done. And so that's going to happen. Okay, I took a break for a second, used the restroom. So, I'm trying to have an adult conversation, not have a fight. I have open talks with people. And, I understand the things I've done with you and hurting you. And it seems like I know you're still hurt from that. And I'm sorry for lying to you. Okay? If you can understand the shame that I felt, and I did not want to say, that had been something that stayed with me my entire life. Okay? And I wasn't rid of it yet. And it took me forever to get rid of this stuff. Okay? A long time. And I'm very sorry. I apologize for hurting you. Okay? I understand you're concerned about me. You don't have to be at all, because I've learned. No, I don't know everything, but I know enough to know not to screw up and do bad, stupid things like I had. And there's nothing held up. There's nothing left inside of me. And that's a really nice thing to know. Okay. That's why I'm here, trying to talk to you. Reach out and talk to you. To have a real talk with you and try to get you away from the news sources. Not the news. Not at all. But whatever news sources that don't upset you. Okay? And they seem to be giving you false information or some sort of conspiracy that doesn't turn out to be true. Okay? And if the whole aggregate is upsetting you, then that's not a good thing. Okay? So, thank you for listening to me if you did watch this. Going back to that movie, it's on HBO. Excuse me, burped. It's called The Secretary. There's a couple intense scenes there, but it had some erotica in it, and it had some real, like, ooh, kind of stuff. But I thought that was like, ooh, that's something that we could actually be done between us in a very fun way, So it's a good example. I didn't really watch the rest of the movie, so don't hold the whole movie, up to scrutiny about me or something. That was just that one scene. And then I think there's a couple other things, but, anyways. And I just caught my eye yesterday, so that's why I'm sharing it. Anyways, again, I'm sorry about talking to you, but you're stubborn, okay? You're opinionated, you're right. And I'm just giving you my experience from the outside and saying, hey, it seems this way to me. It seems these things are happening to me. And I'm relaying those to you, okay? To have you consider and think about them and feel about them, okay? Thank you. I love you. And have a good night, good morning. Again, I'm going to take my mom in to get her teeth. And so probably cannot speak tomorrow, okay? Just because it's going to be very busy. And so I'm just letting you know. There might be times that I may not be able to speak depending on when you call. If you call, because you may not even call me. That's true too. So sorry, I shouldn't have even made that assumption. Okay. But I finally felt good enough to leave you a video. Some time has gone by. And I really was sick. I really did feel really, really bad. Okay? So, I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Okay? Maybe, I hope. If we get past these things, things could work out really, really good for us, in a very nice and fun way. Okay? And I mean that in a talking way. Anyways, whatever. Have a good night.